Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, another free streaming service is shutting down. We'll tell you what's happening, where this content's going, and more. Also, cord cutters are cutting back on how much they're paying for stuff, leaning into more free services. We'll break that down as we surveyed over 1,000 people here, and you told us how many services you're really paying for. And AT&T is a new way to help protect you from fraud. It's an important one. You should really pay attention to this. Yes, it has some cord cutting relation to it. All right, we're going to dive into these stories and a whole lot more in a quick minute, though. If you want to learn more about any of these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We would really appreciate your support because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And then they recommend our videos to more people. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, Amazon is shutting down, I should say, Freebie. Now, Amazon's Freebie is their competitor of Pluto TV, Tubi, the Roku channel, and more. Became very popular, a lot of good content on it. Now, the good news is the content's not going away. They're taking the stuff off of Freebie and moving it into Amazon's Prime Video, putting the content there. It's already been there for a while into the free tab. Now, they announced last year they were going to shut down and just really slowly dragged out the full shutdown of it. Now, they have really cut back on talking about Freebie, the amount of content they put there, and the promotion they gave it. Now it's completely going away, and the free content will still be available through Amazon Prime Video app. Even if you're not a Prime member, you'll still be able to access it for free there, along with a ton of other live channels and more. This comes not that long after Crackle finally fully shut down. Now, according to Amazon, when you load the app, it will cease operations sometime in September. AFTV News first spotted this and broke the news, and they listed it as August. But when we opened the app and looked at the date, it's listing sometime in September. So that's September 1st. Is that September 15th? I don't know. They just said it will stop working in September. So we'll keep an eye on that. But Amazon's trying to promote everything into the Prime Video app. I think the idea here is if you go to the Prime Video app for the free content, and there does happen to be a movie you want to buy or rent or a service you want to subscribe to, you'll maybe subscribe to it through the Prime Video app. So it's kind of a loss there, right? You watch these ads, free ad-supported content to try to get people more and more into Prime Video with it. So check that out. We'll keep an eye on it. Anybody here still use Amazon Freebie? It's honestly been one of my recommended free services for some time. I'm sad to see it merge over. It's not going away, but at least the branding is going away. All right, cord cutters are cutting back on costs by cutting back on streaming services. We surveyed over 1,400 of you, and you told us by 53% of you, or a little over that, pay for 3 or fewer services. And when you count in 4 services, 71% of you pay for 4 or fewer. That's a significant drop over the last 5 years since 2020, when that peaked out around 6 to 7 paid services. Of course, 2020 was a very different world than now. Increasingly, though, we see cord cutters more willing to rotate services, subscribe to something, then unsubscribe and move around, pay for a month of Max and then unsubscribe, pay for a month of Peacock, binge watch and then unsubscribe. We're also seeing a growing trend of you telling us that you use free ad-supported services to supplement your paid ones with it. And the other thing I'm seeing increasingly is people being very cautious in how they pay for services and instead leaning into ones they get bundled for free. You know, you're a Walmart Plus subscriber, you're getting Paramount Plus for free. Maybe mean you're watching Paramount Plus more than you would if you hadn't subscribed to it. T-Mobile gives you Netflix and other stuff. Similar kind of situation. I suspect we'll see more and more of this going forward, but let me know, have you cut back on how many streaming services you pay for? Not how many you use, but the ones you actually pay for on your own. Leave me a comment, let me know. We're seeing that trend of the number of paid services slowly decrease. But I do think 3 to 4 is about the average, and I think it's probably going to hover around that going forward. All right, AT&T has a new way to protect yourself online. Two-factor authentication is a big, important tool. We talked about the password breaches that have been happening in yesterday's video. Really encourage you to change your passwords. Many people use two-factor authentication where they text you a code and you enter the code. to get into your bank account and different types of things. The problem with that being is what's called SIM swapping, where a bad actor pretends to be you and gets your phone company to transfer your phone number to a new SIM that they control with it. There's been a lot of this happening at AT&T, and others do this, but AT&T is offering a new way to protect yourself by locking your account, making it harder for you to transfer your phone number from one SIM card to another. Now, that is a problem when you want to go buy a phone. You may have to go into a store, show ID, do different things to transfer your stuff from one phone to another. But in today's day and age, where your phone is not just how you call people, but it's also how you verify your identity, especially for things like bank accounts and more, I would highly encourage you to take advantage of that. You can also use authentication apps like Google Authenticator and others to help protect you. Do take advantage of these. It is very important that you do that, but that AT&T here is trying to help you with that by locking your account. Yes, it's like locking your credit. When you want to get that new credit card or buy get a mortgage or buy a car with a lease or whatever, you do have to go through extra steps to make that happen. But the protection you get from it is well worth the hassle you get. I mean, how often do we buy phones? Once every few years, spending a little bit of time to go in a store and show an ID or go through a few hoops to unlock your account online to verify things? Maybe worth it. Check it out. Really encourage you to do that. All right, Paramount, the parent company behind CBS and, more importantly for this story, 60 Minutes, has agreed to pay $16 million to settle a lawsuit with President Donald Trump over a 60 Minutes interview. Now, this is very important for a lot of reasons. For one, Paramount's struggling financially as they try to complete a merger. They're facing the same pressures a lot of companies are, trying to be profitable in the world of streaming. They're also trying to get permission to close a deal with Skydance to merge there. They say this settlement has nothing to do with that, but they are agreeing to pay $16 million over allegations that they unfairly edited a 60-minute interview with Kamala Harris during the campaign that's argued made it look better than she really responded to a question. We're not going to get political, but that's the allegations here. And with that, though, they're going to pay 60 Minutes, and they've also let go several people related to the supervision of 60 Minutes with it, have resigned over time. Now, with this, though, they have settled it. The case is done. It will no other ones. There's been some talk of additional litigation against them related to this kind of stuff. Is done. There are similar lawsuits out there against other people for things like this. We'll wait and see how those ones play out now that Paramount has agreed to settle the lawsuit before it went to trial. All right, Pluto TV is leaning all in on Christmas in July with this. They are going all in on holiday spirit to kind of get your mind off all the heat out here. Let's think about Christmas. They've launched the Christmas in July channel once again. It's a 24/7 channel of all things Christmas, airing for free on Pluto TV. If you really get into Christmas in July, great one. Lots of movies on demand, but also this 24/7 channel. Check it out. Link in the show notes there if you want to learn more. Prime Day deals are coming early. There's some good deals happening right now. We talked about Fire TV deals yesterday. Roku has a few here, including the Roku Ultra and the Roku Stream Bar, both on sale for $79 each. A pretty good deal out there. Will there be a better deal on Prime Day? Your guess is as good as mine. I won't make any promises right now with it. Roku has been rather inconsistent in their strategies when it comes to sales around things like Black Friday, Prime Day, and others. You never know if it's going to be a better deal or not. But right now, if you are thinking about getting it, the Roku Ultra, the most powerful streaming player Roku has, is an independent streaming player, on sale for $79. This is the 2024 model. It's a pretty nice player. And the soundbar. Now, this is an all-in-one streaming player and soundbar that will allow you to have Roku and have improved audio. Let's be honest, as TVs become smaller and smaller, the audio quality kind of sucks on them. And this is a great way to get around that. $79, great deals. Check it out. Link in the show notes for more details. And lastly, today in TV history, it's hard to believe, but this week marks 45 years since the classic comedy Airplane hit theaters. Now, there's been many attempts to have sequels and more. It'll be interesting with Spaceballs getting a sequel coming out. If Airplane will get another sequel. But it's a classic comedy from the 80s. Check it out. First premiered 45 years ago this week and wildly popular movie. Any airplane fans here? Leave me a comment, let me know. Hey, tomorrow's 4th of July here in the United States. Don't worry, I have another video planned for tomorrow. I'll be here all weekend with some videos I've been making. We really, though, hope you have a fantastic 4th of July. You take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.